Hello Enid, I'm Jerald Gilbert, your city manager. I am here for another installment of Freestylin with your city manager. Hey, I just have a few thoughts, some great thoughts I think. I want to talk about all the Veterans Week activities that just occurred. Hope you got to see some of them. That was a dedicated effort by a whole lot of people, but I've got to give a lot of thanks and appreciation to Elaine Johns for the stuff that she did in helping with the whole week, and Bill Cooley, who organized the parade and did a fantastic job, and Commissioner Keith Saragusa, who brought some personal aspects to the ceremony with his deep care and concern for veterans and POWs and MIAs, and helped shape up all those activities, and of course the mayor. But we had a week full of activities starting on Monday night with a ceremony down by the Christmas tree, talking about the veterans. Tuesday, there was a planting of the trees, a couple of trees out at Vance Air Force Base, one a POW tree and an MIA tree. They'll be decorated and maintained all year long with yellow and black ribbons. That was fantastic. Wednesday, I know that Edna Campbell and Watermelon used to do it when he was with us, did a free veterans dinner out at the Railroad Museum. I was unable to make most of those activities this year as I was spending a little time with my wife away from here. But I know that went fantastic. I know in future years we're going to move that free veterans meal over to the Stride Bank Center so that we can serve even more veterans and recognize them and keep going what Edna and Watermelon have started and work on every year. Thursday was the Veterans Legacy event that's been going on for many, many years, sponsored by the Woodring Wall of Honor. And Elaine Johns is their executive director, who does a lot of the preparation and work for that. And so that went very, very well. Our very own mayor was recognized as a legacy veteran at that ceremony, and we were able to keep it a surprise. So if you see the mayor, congratulate him. There were also 4 other veterans that were honored for what they've done for the country, serving, and many of them in wartime in harm's way. So that was a great event. Hopefully you had a chance to see that. I know in between there was a Chicago concert, and then Saturday was a wonderful parade. I did make it back for the parade, and I think Shay's got pictures of me and my brother in the 1965 4-door Chevy Chevelle. It's not the 2-door muscle car that everybody likes with the the Chevelle SS, but it's fantastic, and I love being a part of that antique car club and driving that car that my grandfather had purchased from Northcutt Chevrolet right here in Enid, Oklahoma. So that's always fun. Hope you got to see the parade. It was, I think, about 3 times bigger than it's been in the past, and I thank Bill Cooley for all he's done in the past, and I know he and the folks supporting and helping him like Don Muncie will still be involved, but I know that he has looked for somebody to take on the annual management work that goes into that, and so the local Noon Ambucks Club has stepped up and decided to do that. So we appreciate the leadership from them, and Brian Skaggs, our new police chief, who is also in Ambucks, who will be working and organizing that parade and executing that parade in the future. Of course, with the City of Enid's help, we will certainly be a big supporter of that. And it was a great parade. Hope you had a chance to see it. And so it was the end of a great week celebrating Veterans Day for veterans here in Enid, Oklahoma, and anywhere else in the nation and world for those folks that have served. We are getting ready, as we've been talking about here in the studio now, but we can't, gosh, Thanksgiving is upon us. Next week is Thanksgiving on Thursday the 25th. So I wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving. I know for city employees, most of us are going to have Thanksgiving and the day after off, and hopefully all of us, except for those of us that get called out, and a few services that may still be open or will be open on Friday. So, and I know there'll be a press release about all that stuff. I do want to take the opportunity to thank city employees for all they've done. It's been a fantastic year. As you can hear on those weekly updates, there's all kinds of infrastructure work going on in Enid, and the city is accomplishing and working towards our goal that will never be ending of improving infrastructure for the citizens here: water, sewer, stormwater, roads, and bridges and quality of life, parks, and working to improve all of those things for us and for the future. So fantastic job. I want to thank the leadership of the city with the city council, not only the current council, but councils in the past. And we did just have a very significant event last week, a groundbreaking at the new Caw Lake water treatment plant over on West Chestnut. And so hopefully you got a chance to come out. If you didn't, there will be another opportunity in the future, because I know we will have a ribbon cutting probably in a couple years when that water treatment plant is completed and online. So probably maybe 2.5 years or so before the project is complete in processing Caw water, mixing it with well water from our well fields, and then distributing it throughout Enid. So that was a significant event. There'll be probably an even bigger event in the future when we have the ribbon cutting and open that facility. So we appreciate Garney, who is the contract manager at risk on this project, the general contractor, for financially supporting a lot of that, like the lunch and many of the logistical needs there, like the tent and the porta potties. So it was a fantastic event. Even though I wasn't able to make it, it was fantastic. I heard about it, and I appreciate all that everybody did to make that a significant event. We've got some more significant events coming up in the very near future. Just a week from Thursday is the Lights Up or a week from this Friday, I should say, is the Lights Up the Plain event downtown that is sponsored and organized by Main Street. And Natalie Berlow is the Main Street director. I appreciate all of her work, her board's work, and all the volunteers. I know they were out just this past weekend, and they've probably been out for a while, but they've been out putting up decorations and getting the courthouse lawn ready. They are also the sponsors and the folks that have brought the ice rink to Enid, Oklahoma, along with the generous sponsors like Jiffy Trip, who it would not be possible to have that for us here, that quality of life event, without sponsors like Jiffy Trip. So we appreciate everything they do and everyone else who's been involved with those activities. That's going to happen on the Friday. There'll be a wonderful event, and there'll be a fireworks show at the end. There's also another schedule of events, the Christmas tree that's downtown, called The One. There's a whole slate of events from the November 26th all the way through January 6th, I think, of activities going on downtown. So it's going to be fantastic for you in Enid to attend any of those events, or all of them, or come when there's not an event and just enjoy the Christmas tree and the other things downtown, the ice rink, the art project that is right there. There's going to be a big tent with, I believe, crafts and food opportunities and food trucks down there. And so it's just going to be a great opportunity to come and enjoy, I'm going to say, an old-fashioned Christmas and holiday season with your loved ones and your family. So I hope you get a chance to do it. It's all been made possible by generous donors like Jiffy Trip. In fact, the Christmas tree, The One, certainly wouldn't be happening at all without Kyle Williams and his vision. So we appreciate what he's doing and his company's doing, and his people, his employees who bring those dreams and visions to reality, working with the city and Main Street and everybody else that's been involved in those activities. So we're going to do an update on those in a council meeting on Tuesday, November 16th. So you'll get to hear directly from Nicole Winfield and Natalie Berlow on all those activities. So great stuff. Just wanted to talk about that a bit. And I guess the last thing I'll say is it was a fantastic Rotary Club meeting that we had today. Stephen Jones, our very own Stephen Jones, lawyer here in town, pretty well known, came and spoke. And he, I guess, originally had spoken to the Rotary Club on May 2nd, 1965, something like that. So that was a long time ago. And he gave us all copies of his speech. So I will get a chance to read that later today. But what struck me about all the interesting things he told us was it was based around the theme of why he came to Enid, Oklahoma. And it basically boiled down because this is where he saw his future, this is where he wanted to be, and this is where he saw good things like Vance Air Force Base, good community leadership, and a constant improvement and a great place to raise children, of which he raised some children. Anyway, it was just fantastic, and it reminds me that I know that you and I are in Enid, Oklahoma, because we want to be here. And so as we all work together to make Enid, Oklahoma a better place for all of us to live and work, I appreciate all of your efforts, and I just want to say have a very happy Thanksgiving and Christmas and holiday season. We look forward to it being the best Christmas ever. So happy Thanksgiving, and see you around Enid. Bye-bye now.